Welcome, dear followers. In this video we will talk about horses and the basics of their breeding. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new updates and support us with your comments and suggestions. Let's start. Horses are among the animals most closely related to humans since their existence on Earth. It was used since ancient times in transportation, hunting and wars, so the link between the horse and humans has not weakened until now. It is still used in hunting, racing, roaming and hiking, and many people are still keen on raising horses for the beauty of their shape and kindness. Horses are herbivorous animals that are distinguished by a muscular body, a strong trunk, a long and thick neck, a large elongated head, and teeth intended for grazing, in addition to the long tail, long and slender legs that end with oval-shaped hooves. Coarse hair extends along the dorsal region of the neck, as it is long in domesticated horses, and short in wild horses, and sometimes a band of dark hair extends along the middle of the back from the crest to the tail, especially in wild species, while newborn horses are distinguished by curly hair and mane softer than an adult horse's mane. Horses vary in color due to the presence of many different breeds. There are white, black, red, yellow and brown horses, and some horses are distinguished by patterns of spots that appear on their bodies in different shapes, while the size depends on the breed of horses and their uses, so the horse ranges between 227 to 900 kilograms, and its height ranges between 0.9 to 1.7 meters, while the height of small horse breeds does not exceed 76 centimeters, and weighs only about 54 kilograms, noting that the height of the horse is measured from the hoof to the shoulder. Horses are distinguished by being social animals that live within a herd ruled and led by a hierarchy among them, and dominant individuals can be distinguished from subordinate individuals by observing their behavior and body language, and the hierarchy and knowledge of each horse whose rank within the herd helps to reduce aggressive behavior, noting that aggressive behavior clearly appears when foals reach sexual maturity, that is, when they reach the 6th month of their life. Then they begin to compete with other horses for females. As for the food and feeding behavior of horses, they prefer grazing or fodder most of the day, and they can eat many types of plants, not just grass and hay. The task of raising horses is not easy. It is imperative to seek the care of all associated food and drink, adequate shelter, adequate health care, etc. Therefore, it is recommended to follow the following instructions. First, nutrition. Horses get herbs such as 1 to 2 kilograms per 100 kilograms of weight, and they can also be given other types of food suitable for them. Second, drinking water. The horse should drink the equivalent of 25-45 liters of water daily, and care must be taken to keep the containers used for drinks clean and clean them constantly. Third, housing. Horse housing must be carefully chosen so that it is protected from direct exposure to sunlight, rain or wind, and there must be enough space to guide the horses. Fourth, grazing. A safe place must be provided for grazing away from any dangers that horses may face, such as the presence of weeds, harmful wires, and others. Fifthly, health care. It is possible to require the horse's care by trimming its hooves regularly every 6-8 weeks, and checking its teeth by the doctor constantly at a rate of once a year, or once every 5 to 6 months for young horses who are fed on pills, and giving them the necessary vaccinations against tetanus and respiratory diseases, in addition to the use of antiworms that grow in the stomach and intestines every 6 to 8 weeks. As well as reducing the amounts of fertilizers accumulated in the stables of horses to keep them clean from worms. The horse should be in moderate physical health and weight. Sixth, living in a group. Do not leave the horse alone. Instead, you should participate in a herd or a variety of horses. Finally, we emphasize supervision. Horses need daily supervision and care, and if they are not able to take care of them, they should be discarded or sold to those who can search for them. Horses express friendship and sympathy among themselves by gently pushing each other, and this type of behavior can be seen between the mother and her pups during feeding or at rest time, and other behaviors that express friendliness. Also gently bite the horse to another horse to clean it, and raise the lips to expose the upper teeth to simulate smiling with the head tilted, or ears pointing forward, while male horses express their aggression during the mating season by digging the ground with the force of hooves, in addition to biting and kicking to establish and strengthen the hierarchy of leadership and dominance within the members of the same herd, and also manifestations of aggression returning the ears back, close the nostrils and expose the teeth. Horses communicate with each other in the herd through body language, and the horse breeder and everyone who owns a horse must be able to understand this language and know its signs and meanings in order to be able to understand his horse and communicate with him. For horse riding, the horse must be approached from the side calmly so that the horse feels the presence of a person around him. To achieve balance on a horse, looking forward while maintaining the straightness of the back and shoulders, and 1/3 of the shoe must be in the rider's, the hip should be comfortably placed in the saddle and the weight is distributed evenly in preparation for the start of horseback riding. Straightening and sitting on a horse requires strength in the abdominal muscles. When getting off the horse, the riders must be stopped, and the foot should be removed from the riders opposite the side that we wish to descend on, and the hands are placed on the saddle with all the weight placed on the hand, then the foot is removed from the riders while jumping down. Horses are considered living creatures that need constant training and exercise to maintain their fitness, and just as any sporting activity needs many correct practices for its performance, horse training needs some correct practices in order to run well. The horse should not be fed and drink excessively immediately after training, because this may cause harm to the horse's health, in addition to avoiding providing water directly after the horse has performed exercises. However, some sips of water are provided partially, and one of the important things after training is to make the horse walk its natural gait without stress, and to clean it of sweat and dirt and removing its stall, and it is worth noting that the horse must be given an opportunity to walk for a minimum of 1 hour per day. A horse is a beautiful animal, but raising it requires great knowledge and special attention and requires many basics.